Oh wow. Guess who's back? Boys and girls. We got some lovely little music in the background this time. So yeah. So earlier today I was practicing drawing arms and legs. So that's what all this mess is. And I was a guy from like a couple weeks ago. So that's fun. That's all fun. So yeah, these are just my warm-ups. So I think we're gonna start off by drawing, let's say, a full body except for hands and feet, because I can't get those down yet. So let's see. I learned how to draw torsos a bit ago. I have notes on those that I might post eventually. So yeah, let's start with the torso. So this is gonna be the rib cage pretty much. Start with the rib cage, proper rib cage, facing forward. Now the thing about drawing male torsos is the fact that your shoulder and your hips, at least if you want to make them look more masculine, they need to have this sort of shape to it, more like a trapezoid shape. That makes sense. So yeah. There's this. Let's draw skull. This boy over here be looking pretty fucking dope. Now that we have that, so you're gonna have your neck, have that. Actually, you know what? No, let me grab another pencil. Shoot, where did I put it? Crap. This is not how I want this to go already. Alright. So, just erase this. If you're wondering why I need to switch off pencils, there's barely any eraser. So, yeah. Alright. That's good. And let's see. Let's draw a neck. Draw some shoulders. Got some shoulders. Goes that. So, I feel like if we're going to do the torso first, we should really start off with the chest. Ooh. Yeah, we should really start off with the chest area. So if we're going to do that. So the chest, from what I figured out, starts right at the top of your rib cage. So you do that, and it kind of just like goes under your armpits almost. So you do that, you get under there, you draw your collarbone, draw that to signify that's going in, draw some little nipplies right there and there, and you have a chest. What you do is you have to draw the abdomen. Now, a lot of people think, oh, you have a six-pack, that's all that there is. No, there's 8. So, you could go here. You have 1. You have your second. Don't worry, I'm going to mirror it once I'm done. You have your third, which goes a bit longer. And then you have your 4th one. Now, these definitely go a bit longer. By the way, your belly button is kind of like right there between your 3rd and your 4th ab. So yeah, once you get that, then you just mirror it. So yeah. Just this. Now you have that. Ooh, actually, that might be a bit too long. So, the reason why things are gonna... Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Kind of just threw my wooden pencil off my bed. But so, the reason why things are gonna kind of look messed up That's because I'm drawing from an angle. And the way this angle is kind of like this. So I really should be drawing like this to make things a bit more proportional. Already you can already start to see the body take form. The abs, belly button. And now we're going to draw, now we're going to draw the obliques. Now, a lot of people either A, forget how to draw obliques, or B, don't know how to draw obliques. So what you're going to do is you're kind of just going to zigzag it. And by that I mean, you're going to go down and back. Down and back. Down and back, and then down. So, the way that your obliques the way you want to draw them is kind of like this. Oh shit, actually I might have fucked that up actually. Hold on, let me look at this. So you do that, you go there, and then you go there. Yeah, I did mess that up. I'm gonna erase this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at pictures of like really buff, like really just super buff bodybuilders, and you'll see these kind of like almost ladder patterns on the sides of their bodies. I don't know why I was gesturing to my own body. Nobody can see it. Well, no. So yeah, you draw that. And there's one oblique. There's another oblique. And they kind of, what I found is that they kind of just line up with your abs almost. Yeah. So you do that. And then you just, actually no, that's too far. Oops. That was a big old mistake there, buddy. Yeah, shoot, my ink glitches. Anyway, I'm going to just redraw these because they look kind of like shit. I don't like that. Eventually I'm going to draw this guy's head. Yeah, by the way, the waist actually kind of starts here. Like, a little bit above the end of this ab. So yeah, just letting you people know. So yeah, there's this, yeah. Let's draw this a bit different now. So do that, do that, do that, do that. So, with this done, what we're gonna do is the way that this actually works is it goes down kind of like this, then goes out a little bit. Oh, that looks really gross. It's not good. I'm actually gonna move my camera in closer because I'm looking at my drawing through a camera lens, and ooh, that's already a nicer picture to look at from this distance. So, shoot, this actually looks kind of bad. Shoot. See, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of just like that. We're gonna do that. So now we have that. By the way, these are all gonna be on a playlist in case this ever goes big. So yeah, hopefully I can do this every Sunday, starting at noon for 30 minutes. So yeah, that'll probably be the way it goes. Anyone wondering? Anyway, back to this. So yeah. Draw your obliques. Zig, zag, zig, zag. There we go. I guess the way you could do it, I guess the way you could see it, so, is the fact that it's kind of like an exponential growth kind of thing. So you have this, and you have this, and you have this, and that's the way it kind of works. If you know what I mean. If that makes sense. It's the best way that I can think to explain it, so yeah. You have this, and then that, and we'll mirror that. God, that looks kind of, I don't know what it is, I just don't like the way that looks. I don't exactly know how to fix that. Anyway, so you have this, 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 and then this. So you have So you have that, you have that, you have that. Fix that actually. I wonder if it doesn't look too good because I'm having to hold my phone with one hand. Oh, that looks really bad. Hold on. I'm gonna have to look at my notes real quick. Sorry about this, buds. But yeah, I need to look at my notes. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Oh. I'll show you guys my notes that I took over how to draw Djibouti, which is, that's not it. Those are crappy dragon drawings. Where did I put my notes? Oh no. Where might I have put my notes? Did I tear them out? I really hope I didn't. I might have. That's an issue. Let me look at these around real quick. These my notes? Those aren't my notes. None of these are my notes. I'm really sorry that I'm just like, leaving the camera face down because it kind of makes things look really bad. There we are. Okay. So here are my notes that I took. So you see what I mean with the obliques? How it kind of exponentially does it? There we go. That's what I need to do. See, I'm used to doing it from like a third quarter angle. See, there's full proportions. There's back muscles. There's front muscles. So yeah. Let's flip back to our thing. Where we are supposed to be like this. Alright. That didn't feel too good. Anyway. Let's redraw these abs. Oh, that looked a bit yucky. These look really not too good. It's like a little unhealthy. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these a bit smaller this time. See if that helps. So let's try this neck here. Anyway, that's looking somewhat better. There we go. I guess you could say that looks kind of better. I don't know. I don't know. There's still definitely a bunch of problems. Actually, while I do this, I'm probably gonna, yeah. So then you kind of go to the crotchal area over here. Where I'm gonna finish up that other side. So yeah, go over here, and that's kind of the torso actually. Actually, those obliques aren't all too bad. Definitely had some problems though. Anyway, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3, and then you kind of just do that. You do that, you do that, and you do that. That kind of does it. Not exactly, not completely. And now we're going to probably, let's say, move on to the arms. The arms I still totally haven't figured out yet. There's some stuff from earlier. So, the stuff that I learned was that apparently, if you're going to do it, if you're going to draw it, or at least you're new to it, do it really rough. So let's just sketch out an arm real quick about how I learned how to do it. Oh, yeah. So there's your shoulder. And you want to make... fuck, actually, I should probably erase this little sketch so that way I have more room. Sorry about that, little dude. Little Mayone. So yeah, you have this. You have your arm, your bicep, and you have, oh, there's a little cartoon boy that I drew a while ago. And you can't, alright, so apparently you don't want to make your forearm too short. So yeah, you don't want to make that too short because then it just looks gross. Then what you want to do, especially for the bicep, especially if you want a thicker bicep, like a much more muscular one, you start by drawing a cylinder. So that's your bicep, and you can kind of curve it a little bit to make it perfect. You know, you can curve it to make your muscles. And you also don't want to make your forearm too skinny. You don't want to make it too skinny or too fat, because then that just kind of ruins the whole thing. You don't want Popeye arms, pretty much, but you also don't want like little string bean arms. So that looks kind of gross. So what you want to do next? Actually, no. So now that you know like the basic shape, because that's all the art is. It's really just, at least if you want to draw like more complex stuff like this, which I still don't. I guess it looks kind of okay. But if you want to draw more complex stuff, it's all about shapes. That's what I've learned. It's all about shapes. If you want to draw stuff, like I said, you keep saying it's all about shapes. It's just you turning these simple shapes into something more complicated. So, like I said, you can turn this into this. Or, let's say, hey, by the way, these are just muscles of the leg. Or you can make this. Sorry, I'm just sketching out simple leg parts. Sketch out this into this. That's literally all it is. It's just simple shapes. I find a lot of people who say, "Oh, I can't draw." I'm like, you can. You're just looking at the bigger picture. Art is. I know I'm gonna regret saying this in the future. Art is just a bunch of small systems that make a big picture. You can't look. Well, you can. You can absolutely look at the big picture, but you'll more likely be intimidated by it, at least in the beginning. You know? So, yeah. That's just your boy. So, the way you're going to do this, at least in my opinion, is you're going to make sure that your arms will reach to at least the midpoint of your thigh, which is where this is going to lead to. And by the way, I should probably draw my hips. I still think it's kind of funny that I drew skeleton last time, and I'm drawing a full flesh and body. And it literally took me a couple days to learn all this. Then again, I don't know, I know how to draw a bit more, but yeah. If you practice drawing, you'll get better. That's all I can say. So if you're like, oh, I want to impress my girl, I'm like, well then learn, and I want to impress her by learning to draw. Well then, just draw. It'll be intimidating at first, but you know, you'll learn. And see, we have our cylinders. This is gonna turn into our outer bicep, our inner, yeah. And you have arms. And you have an arm. So the way that you want to do this is, at least if you want to be more muscular, is you almost draw out the muscles. So you have this. This is my actual like bicep muscle. You have this over here, which is your tricep muscle. And another thing, if you want to draw muscular people, learn anatomy. Like, I'm reading up, if you want to like get into like a comic business like Marvel, they'll be like, hey, do you know anatomy? Did you take anatomy classes? If you know anatomy classes, then you know how to draw muscles. You know how to draw muscles. Or at least, if they don't want people who just drew from like learning just from like looking at comic books. They're like, oh, I look at comic books and that's why my muscles, my proportions. I'm like, no. They'll be like, no, we don't like that. We want you to actually like take an official education on this. That's how you're gonna do it. So yeah, actually this arm kind of looks like crap. I'm gonna fix that up a little bit. That arm looks kind of nasty. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, yep. I need to fix that. There we go. There's my eraser. Okay. We have this. We can draw our bicep a bit better. We can do that. We can do that. I'm gonna just like do a simple hand right here. It's not the best, but it's something to represent a hand. There we go. There's something. It's something. It's not the best, but it's something. Now, okay, I'm starting to realize what I did wrong here. So if you're gonna do this, you don't want to make everything too pronounced, especially if you're just drawing a normal guy. You want to make lines that sort of, at least I learned this from a certain channel, I'll link in the description, called Draw Jazza. Fucking dope dude. I love him so much. He's actually how I learned to draw legs. Not arms, but legs. And torsos. He's where I got most of my tips on torsos from. Also, don't be afraid to learn from people. Like, don't. Personally, I don't like the things that are like, oh, here's step-by-step instructions, because I don't know, I just feel like it's not going to help me learn as well. Hey, this is a sort of step you would want to take when drawing things. You don't have, but I don't know, it's weird. It's just the way that style works, especially with cartoony things. Now, anatomy and stuff, I follow the instructions step by step. This makes more sense to me to follow instructions on. Either way, shoot, how do I... Hold on, I have to look at my notes for a sec. Okay, doke. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of just draw that, then you have that, which kind of alludes to that, and then that moves into that, and you have a bicep and a tricep, buddy. Yeah, there we go. That looks somewhat better. It's kind of like a robot, actually. So yeah. Yeah, no. I'm definitely going to, shoot. This drawing of a person's actually, like, super small. Anyway, so yeah. After I draw the other arm, I'll probably go to the legs, and I don't actually know how to draw feet, so I'm just not going to do it. I may do that later, but not now, that's for sure. I'm actually kind of proud of this, because I've never drawn a full human body. Like, never. So it feels nice to actually know what I'm doing and not just go in blindly. Like I said, like I said, it's daunting at first. Heck, hell, there's like so much stuff for me that is still scary to draw because I don't know how to draw it. So like finding videos on the internet to help me how to draw and stuff, it helps. It helps so much. Like you have no idea how much it helps. Because like I used to be super scared about drawing bodies because I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This is scary. Please get me out of here. But now I'm like, hey, this ain't so bad. You know? It's just a matter of knowing what you're doing. You know? Because, yeah, like, I wouldn't have known how to do leg muscles if I hadn't watched a bunch of videos today. You know? Yeah. Let's draw the other arm now. So we have this boy right over here. Boy is going down to here. Makes the elbow. that makes the forearm. This actually looks kind of creepy. So you know what? I'm just going to sketch out the rest of this dude's body so I don't forget what I'm doing. Okay, see it. Now I'm drawing the butt, and as quoting Jazz's video, anyone who doesn't call it the butt, they're just trying to show off. It's the butt. It's the butt. That's the back of the leg, by the way. It's the butt. There's a butt. There's another butt back there. It's just a butt. Who cares? It's just a butt. So yeah. Now, actually, I realize that you're going to want to draw your, not your calf, but your, yeah, your lower leg, your calf, that part, your foreleg, I guess you could say, is going to be longer than your thigh. I didn't know that before. But yeah, it's going to be longer than your thigh because your knee kind of extends below your knee joint part right there, I guess you could say. At least for me it did. So yeah. You draw your thigh. You draw your knee. Let's see how that's looking. Then you draw your actual, like, rest of your leg. It looks okay. Okay. And sorry that looks so kind of wonky. I'm going to fix it once I actually start drawing. So yeah, I guess that, there we go. So yeah, shit, we're already reaching 30 minutes. You know, I think I'll keep streaming until I actually finish this dude. Once I actually finish this guy, then I guess I'll stop streaming. So this will be a bit of a longer one, so I can actually fully draw this guy. So yeah, alright, let's start in the arm. Let's start in the second arm, so we'll draw our cylinder. Draw our cylinder. 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 We'll do a bit of one of these boys again. Okay, so there's your other hand, bud. Gonna want to do this. Go out. I want to have this. Actually, yeah. Like go out. It's kind of. It almost looks like. I know I keep saying it almost looks kind of like a robot, but it does. God, my back is kind of killing me because I'm hunched over when I draw. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we do that. We do that. We do that. We do that. So that kind of creates those muscles. We draw our actual like, bicep muscle. We draw our elbow. There's our second arm. And now, alright, I'm gonna have to look at this for kind of like a lot of reference, because I'm still not the best at drawing legs. I get the muscles. Muscles make sense. But the actual legs do not. And by the way, if this ever gets big and I get in trouble for this area right here, little crotchal area, I'm like, dude, I could actually probably just use this as like, oh, it's educational. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna draw like a little bit of shorts on this boy. Draw some boxer briefs. Actually, I could draw the muscles through the boxer brief. That might actually look kind of dope. Anyway, so yeah, you're gonna have this muscle right here. So I might just have to like, I don't want to say copy it, but that's essentially what I'm doing. So yeah. Now the way that these work is they kind of go down in almost like a teardrop to make this middle muscle. But the way, I need to remember that this one is higher than this one, or at least it stops higher. So you kind of go like this. So yeah, you go like that. And then you go, come on. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. And then this is where you kind of like, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is yeah. Go into focus. Here. Will you focus for me? Thank you. And this is where your knee kind of starts? Yeah. So your knee, and then you have your leg. Now the way that your leg, at least your shin, is you can kind of see like your actual calf muscle a little bit in the back. So it kind of just alludes to it, but not too much. Kind of like how you can't exactly see your butt from the front, but you have a vague idea of the fact that it's even there. Alright, and let's actually draw this big one right there, this ankle bone. Alright. Ooh, though, I feel like those are really like just long wind of silence right there. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we're just going to copy this over to the other leg. Okay, so where do I start? Oh yeah. So I'm going to start, same muscle, and go out, create a teardrop. Yeah, create a teardrop, another teardrop. Create that muscle. Here's your knee. You go in, and then there's your calf again. There's your ankle. And also, another thing to know whenever drawing like your shins and crap like that, they're usually like near this part down. It's just more bone. It's less muscle and more bone. But yeah, actually, I'm gonna change this guy up a little bit. I'm gonna change up his wrists so that way they aren't as fat. And let's end off with adding a little bit of a face. This boy does not deserve to be empty and alone. Or at least not completely. So yeah, will actually be looking pretty thick. So let me add these shorts. Yep, real quick. Search those. Okay. Let's draw a face. Yeah. So let's give you a bit more of that. God, this is gonna look so bad. There's an eyebrow. And actually, hold on, bud. There is your ear. So yeah, we have our. God, your head looks really gross. Ugh. Sorry about that, bud. You know what? Actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let's make that jawline a bit lower on his neck. Actually, shit. If this keeps going, I might actually go to 40 minutes. Oops. Big oops. Anyway, yeah. A stronger jawline. There's gonna be some folds right there. God, sorry, this is so bad. It's so tiny. I kind of love him. He looks super funny. Yeah, there's your little guy. All right, so this was fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This is gonna be on the playlist. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Oh, hold on.